Hello, my dear friend. I am so glad you are here with me today. You may have come here because there is something in your heart, a quiet wish or a loud longing, something you've been hoping for, dreaming about, or maybe even worrying over. I want you to know, before we go any further, that everything you desire is valid. Everything you hope for is important. You are not asking for too much. You are not being unreasonable. You are simply reaching for the good that is already meant for you. Sometimes life feels heavy, doesn't it? We wonder if the things we wish for will ever come true. We question if the universe is listening, or if we are just speaking into the air. I want you to breathe with me for a moment and know, deep within your being, that you are heard. Every thought, every desire, every quiet prayer you have whispered in your mind has been felt by the loving energy that surrounds you. There is a simple, beautiful way to begin receiving the things you desire, and it starts with something as gentle as putting pen to paper. Yes, my dear, writing it down. You see, when you write something down, you are not just making a list or scribbling words. You are starting a conversation with the universe. You are saying, "This is what I am ready for. This is what I welcome into my life." There is magic in this act because it brings your thoughts out of the invisible and into the visible world. It's a way of showing yourself and the universe that you are serious about receiving. You don't need to know how it will happen. You don't need to figure out every step. Your only task is to be clear about what you desire and to open your heart to the possibility that it can come to you in ways you could never imagine. So as we sit together, I invite you to feel safe, to feel hopeful, and to remember that you are more powerful than you have ever been told. You have the ability to shape your life with your thoughts, your words, and yes, with your written intentions. Say softly to yourself, "I am open and ready to receive all the good the universe has for me." Feel how comforting those words are. Let them wrap around you like a warm blanket. This is the beginning, and you are exactly where you need to be. There is something truly special about the act of writing. It may seem like a simple thing, but it holds a quiet power that many people overlook. When you think a thought, it stays within your mind, floating and shifting with all the other thoughts that pass through each day. But when you take that thought and write it down, you give it form. You give it life beyond your mind. It's like planting a seed in the garden of the universe. A seed that, with care and belief, begins to grow into something real and beautiful. You don't need to be a writer or have perfect words. The universe doesn't judge grammar or spelling. What matters is the feeling behind what you write. It is your intention, your clarity, and your willingness to declare, even quietly, what you desire. Imagine for a moment that every time you write down a dream, a goal, or a wish, you are sending out a signal, a gentle but clear message that says, "I am ready." The universe responds to readiness. It responds to clear, loving intention. Too often we keep our dreams locked away, afraid to speak them or write them because we fear disappointment. But I want you to know that writing is not about pressure. It is about opening a door. It is about saying yes to possibilities. Think of it as having a loving conversation with life itself. When you write, you are not demanding or begging. You are inviting. You are aligning yourself with the flow of creation. Every word you write is like a step toward the life you wish to live. You can start small. Perhaps today you simply write one sentence about something you would love to experience. That small act can shift your energy in ways you cannot yet see. Say to yourself, "Every word I write aligns me with my heart's desires." Feel how empowering that is. There is no rush, no right or wrong way. Just you, your heart, and the gentle act of bringing your dreams into the light through your words. Trust that this simple practice is enough to start the process of transformation. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas that pass through your mind. They are powerful forces that shape how you feel, how your body responds, and how your life unfolds. There is a deep connection between your mind, your emotions, and your physical health. When you think loving, positive thoughts, your body relaxes, your heart feels lighter, and your energy flows more freely. But when your mind is filled with worry, doubt, or fear, your body feels tense, your emotions become heavy, and life can seem like a struggle. This is why it is so important to become aware of the thoughts you are thinking and the stories you are telling yourself. Writing helps you do this in the most gentle and loving way. When you take a moment to write down your desires, your hopes, or even your concerns, you give your mind a chance to release the clutter. It's like clearing a path so that peaceful and empowering thoughts can take root. You will notice that as you write, your breathing slows, your shoulders drop, and a sense of calm begins to settle over you. This is not just in your imagination. Your body is responding to the clarity and focus that writing brings. It's responding to the shift from confusion to intention. And with that shift, your emotions begin to lift. You feel more hopeful, more in control, and more connected to the flow of life. Say to yourself, "I think positive thoughts and my life flows with ease." Allow that affirmation to become a gentle reminder throughout your day. When you notice your mind wandering into worry, come back to your words. Pick up your pen and write something loving, something that feels good to you. This simple act can change not only how you think, but how you feel and how your body responds. It is all connected, my dear. Your mind, your emotions, and your body are always in conversation with each other. When you choose to guide that conversation with kindness and clarity, you create a space where healing, joy, and manifestation can naturally occur. Writing is one of the most beautiful ways to begin this process, and it is always available to you. Clarity is a gift you give yourself. When you know what you want, you send a clear message to the universe. The universe, like a loving friend, is always listening, always responding. But it responds best when you are sure of your desires. Imagine trying to order a meal at a restaurant without knowing what you want. If you keep changing your mind or saying, "I don't know," nothing arrives at your table. Life works in a similar way. When you write down your desires with clear and loving intention, you are placing your order with the universe. There is no need to worry about being too specific or too grand. The universe delights in bringing you what you ask for when you ask with an open heart. Sometimes people hesitate because they fear asking for too much or believe they don't deserve it. But you are deserving simply because you exist. You were born worthy. There's a beautiful harmony that happens when you write with confidence, trusting that life is ready to meet you halfway. You don't have to figure out how everything will happen. That is not your job. Your role is to be clear, to feel the joy of already having what you desire, and to trust that the universe is arranging everything on your behalf. Say to yourself, I trust that what I seek is already on its way to me. Feel how that eases the burden of needing to control every detail. Writing brings focus, and focus brings alignment. When you are aligned with your true desires, life begins to flow more smoothly. Opportunities appear, ideas come to you, and you find yourself guided toward the very things you wrote down. It is not magic in the way fairy tales describe, but it is magical in how naturally it all unfolds when you trust the process. Be gentle with yourself as you practice this. Each word you write is a step toward welcoming more good into your life. There is something truly wonderful about taking a moment for yourself. Sitting quietly with a notebook or a piece of paper and allowing your heart to speak through your pen. This is where transformation begins. It doesn't require hours of effort or complicated techniques. It only asks for your presence and your willingness to express what you truly desire. A beautiful way to begin is by writing your desires as if they are already happening. Instead of saying, I want to be happy, you write, I am happy and filled with joy every day. This small shift in language signals to your mind and the universe that you are ready to receive. It helps you feel the emotion of already living your dream, which is a powerful part of manifestation. I encourage you to create a special place for these writings, a manifestation journal where you can pour your heart onto the pages without fear or doubt. This is your sacred space where you and the universe come together in harmony. Don't worry about how big or small your desires seem, whether it's a peaceful home, better health, loving relationships, or financial abundance. It all begins the same way, with a clear and loving intention written down. Each time you write, you strengthen your belief in what is possible. Say softly, I joyfully write my dreams into reality. Let that affirmation remind you that this is a joyful process, not a task or a chore. If you ever feel stuck, simply start by writing what you are grateful for, and then let your desires flow naturally from that place of appreciation. This practice is not about forcing outcomes, but about opening yourself to the endless possibilities that life holds for you. Writing is your way of saying yes to those possibilities. There is a beautiful practice that can deepen the power of your written words, and that is mirror work. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but it is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself. Mirror work is simply standing in front of a mirror, looking into your own eyes, and speaking kind, supportive words. When you combine this with the desires you have written, you create a powerful connection between your mind, your heart, and your reflection. You begin to see yourself not just as someone who wishes for things, but as someone who truly deserves them. When you read your written desires aloud to yourself in the mirror, you are affirming your worthiness. You are telling yourself that you believe in your ability to receive all the good you have asked for. It may bring up emotions, and that is perfectly okay. It is a sign that you are connecting deeply with yourself. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. You will start to notice a shift in how you see yourself and how you speak to yourself throughout the day. Say gently, I love and believe in myself. I am worthy of my dreams. Let those words sink in as you look at your reflection. This simple act can dissolve years of self-doubt and replace it with self-love and confidence. Mirror work reminds you that you are your own greatest supporter. It helps you build a relationship of trust and kindness with yourself. which is the foundation for allowing all the wonderful things you've written to come into your life. Each time you stand before the mirror and speak your desires with love, you reinforce the message that you are ready, you are deserving, and you are open to receiving. This is a gentle but powerful way to align your inner world with the dreams you are calling into reality. Gratitude is one of the most powerful feelings you can invite into your life. It has a way of opening doors where there once seemed to be only walls. When you feel grateful, even before your desires have appeared, you are telling the universe that you trust the process, that you believe good things are already unfolding for you. This energy of thankfulness acts like a magnet, drawing more blessings into your experience. It's a gentle shift in focus, from what you think is missing to all that is already on its way. Each time you write down something you're grateful for, you raise your vibration and align yourself with abundance. It doesn't matter how big or small the thing is. You can be grateful for the sunlight streaming through your window, the smile of a stranger, or the feeling of hope in your heart. And you can also be grateful for the things you desire, even before they arrive. When you write, "I am so thankful for my peaceful home," or "I am grateful for the financial abundance flowing to me," you are affirming that these things are already part of your reality. The universe responds to that energy by bringing more of what matches it. Say softly to yourself, "I am grateful for all the blessings flowing into my life now." Let that feeling wash over you. Make it a daily habit to write a few lines of gratitude. Over time, you will notice how your outlook changes, how you begin to expect good things, and how effortlessly they begin to appear. Gratitude is not just a reaction to receiving. It is a powerful practice that invites more to be thankful for. When you live in a state of appreciation, you tune into the frequency where your dreams exist. It's a beautiful, joyful place to be, and it's always within your reach. Once you have written your desires and filled your heart with gratitude, the next step is to let go. This can be the hardest part for many people because we are so used to wanting to control every outcome. But true manifestation happens when you trust enough to release. Imagine sending a letter to someone you love. Once you place it in the mailbox, you don't run after the mail carrier to make sure it gets delivered. You trust that it will arrive at its destination. The same is true when you write down your desires. Once you have expressed them clearly and lovingly, your work is done. The universe has received your message. Now it's time to relax and allow life to unfold in its perfect timing. Holding on too tightly, worrying about when or how things will happen, only creates resistance. It sends a signal that you don't fully trust the process. But when you release with faith, you create space for miracles to enter. Say gently, "I release and allow the universe to surprise me with miracles." Feel the lightness that comes with those words. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means believing so deeply in their arrival that you no longer feel the need to chase them. You know that what is meant for you is already making its way toward you. Spend your days in joy, doing things that make you feel good, and stay open to unexpected blessings. Sometimes, what the universe brings you is even better than what you wrote down. Trust that life knows the best path, even if you cannot see it yet. This peaceful surrender is where true magic happens. It's always inspiring to witness how life responds when we align ourselves with clarity, gratitude, and trust. The simple act of writing down your desires, speaking them with love, and releasing them to the universe can transform your world in ways you might never have thought possible. You begin to notice small signs, an opportunity here, a helpful person there, a sudden idea or a shift in circumstances that all point toward the unfolding of your dreams. These are gentle reminders that the universe is always working with you, even when you cannot see the full picture yet. The more you practice this, the more confident you become in your ability to create positive change in your life. You no longer feel like a passive observer, but an active participant in the beautiful dance of manifestation. Say to yourself, I am a powerful creator, and my life reflects my positive intentions. Let that truth settle into your heart. Every word you write, every affirmation you speak, and every moment of gratitude you feel is part of a larger conversation with life itself. You are not separate from the abundance you seek. You are already connected to it. The key is to keep your thoughts loving, your intentions clear, and your heart open. When you do, you will find that life begins to respond with more ease, joy, and flow than you ever imagined. You will start to trust yourself more, trust the process more, and in that trust, you will find peace. As we come to the end of this time together, I want to remind you that you are worthy of every good thing your heart desires. You don't have to earn it, prove yourself, or struggle for it. The universe is always ready to support you, to guide you, and to bring your dreams into reality when you align with love, clarity, and trust. All it takes is a small step each day, a moment to write down your desires, to speak kindly to yourself, to feel grateful, and to let go with faith. These simple practices can create profound changes in your life. You don't need to rush or force anything. Just stay present, stay hopeful, and believe that wonderful things are already on their way to you. Say this with me now. I am deserving. I am open. I am ready. The universe delights in bringing my dreams to life. Feel the power of those words. Let them be your guide as you move forward. Remember, my dear, that every day is a new opportunity to align with the abundant, loving energy that surrounds you. You are never alone in this journey. The universe is always listening, always responding, and always ready to bring you more than you can imagine. Keep your heart open, your thoughts positive, and trust that everything you desire is not only possible, it's already being prepared for you.